Now, another problem I notice is men take women for granted or to extremes. Like Buddhists will prefer you to be a monk than, right, have a woman or a wife, right. Yeah, they believe in reincarnation. That don't quite fit, right. The two, right? You can't have a baby without a woman, by the way, right? That's kind of what Paul was pointing out, right. But again, right, we're not on a planet that's just male and female, are we? Right. The only way to reproduce is male and female, right? Seems to be your problem here, right? Didn't you want to go gay or bi or trans, right? Okay, you can do that too, right? Because you don't have but two choices. The third is if there's a hermaphrodite here, and there are, but there's like 1 in 8,000 or 100,000, right? So that's a long shot, right? To even find one, right? But don't you see what I mean? You go to extremes. Even with masturbation, right? Davis was saying it was okay to masturbate, and Brand said it was okay with another mother. So come on. I know one's really the Bible baby, but not the other. That's another problem, right? And when you act like you're doing something right or wrong, you have to have a basis in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and you don't with masturbation because of Leviticus 15:17. If you're alone before evening, what Moses is talking about, right? And you spill your seed, this is the wording now, right? How? Masturbation? Only way to do it, right? That's the Hebrew part, right? That didn't exist. You know what I mean? Right. For him to say that, right? You are to wash your whole body in your unclean eating, right? And anything it gets on, you just wash it, right? Like, say it gets on your nightstand, if you're near your bed, or your covers, or your, what's the word? Sheets, even. Wash them and fine, right? Now, with like bleeding of women, though, or menstruation cycles, right? It's kind of harsher, but still involves, certain ideas of washing, or, even if you had to, right, quarantining, right, certain things, right. So there you go again, right. But the problem is, if you're not reading Leviticus, and most Christians aren't taught the Old Testament, right? And the Jews, because of Jesus, aren't taught the whole Old Testament, especially Isaiah 53, right? So they already prejudiced against him, right? And the thing is, they're not accepting why he was allowed to be cut off, right? What that meant, right? And went back into heaven, right? Mm-hmm. Is to give you another chance to receive him as the Messiah, right? And that's what you don't get, right? Which, like I told you, if he can resurrect the just and the unjust, even if it's 1,000 years apart, and it talks of the 10,000 days of tribulation, when we're only in day 6. That means 4,000 more years, Christian. So you're wrong about a lot of things you don't seem to want to deal with, right?